Welcome back to the channel, lads. It's episode 25 of our Blackburn Rovers career mode. Let's not forget as well our third season here at Blackburn Rovers. The last episode saw us beat Liverpool in the curtain raiser, the Community Shield on penalties. What a penalty shootout, by the way. It took about 14 kicks to finally settle that one, but it was a great win there for us. We let go of Morgan Whittaker, unfortunately, to Leicester City, who we are playing in our first Premier League game of the season. So we could end up facing Morgan Whittaker. Hopefully he doesn't score a couple of goals against us or he doesn't decide that game. That's a game I would like to win. We do know I struggle against Leicester City, my bogey team, I call them. But anyway, in the last episode, we saw an offer on hold for Mohamed Diamonde, who Rangers have come back saying they would accept just over £20 million. I still think that's a little bit too much for him. I'm prepared to get him for just over his market value, or I think we can get him for £19 million. We should get this deal done for £19 million, man. Come on, that's a reasonable offer. They will accept that. Yeah, very quickly. I'm just going to go ahead and sort out a contract here for him. I did mention as well, although he's a centre midfielder at the moment, the plan is for him to replace Whittaker in that left-sided centre attacking midfield position. I honestly do think if we change his position, he's going to get better immediately. 4 years contract, I'm happy with that. No release clause. I don't give out release clause in these teams. Premier League teams don't tend to do that either. It's more of the Spanish teams, Italian leagues, the European teams tend to include release clause a lot. But 35k a week there, 200k in signing on bonus. With the promise of Europa League football this season, of course he signs for us and makes it our third signing of the season. We have brought in Johan Bonning and we have brought in Morgan Gibbs-White last season, two fantastic signings. And now we add Mohamed Diamonde to that, or to the list of signings that we have done this season. Bunch of outgoings as well. If you haven't seen the last episode, go check it out. He's an 80 rated centre midfielder. I honestly do believe he'll also be an 80 rated centre attacking midfielder, but we will find out pretty soon enough. The other position that I want to strengthen is the right back position. Although I prefer Matthias Zanotti, who I think is a lot better physically, is also a lot better technically, I might just end up going for Trell Hume just because he's slightly, I say slightly cheaper at £14.5 million. We also need to bring in a left back and a centre back as well. Let's not forget. Hence, going for the cheaper deal might just make sense for us. I do think Zanotti, though, is a lot better. The fact that Trell Hume is English as well, it adds to that homegrown quota that we need to have. And for a team like Blackburn Rovers, you want to have predominantly English players. I'm not saying you can't sign European players or players from other nations, which we have done, Koulibaly and Johan Bonny, and we've also just brought in Jumonde. These are players of other nationalities, but you want most of your signings to be homegrown, as we have done with Daniel. We have done the same with Daniel that we have signed as well. And Morgan Whittaker, these are homegrown players that we have signed. You know what? Let's go and try and get the deal done here for Trell Hume. I actually think Sunderland might fancy a swap deal here. We've got two right backs. I want to try and get rid of one of them, potentially Callum Britton, just because Rankin Costello is more versatile. He's more capable of playing as a left back as well as a centre midfielder if you need him to. So that versatility makes me want to keep him. But £2.3 million for Callum Britton. And let's see if we can offer them about £8 million here, including Britain on that deal. They want Walter Berger as well as £9.6 million. I'm not going to pay more than his market value. Actually, slightly more than his market value. I'm looking to pay £30 million, get the deal done, or I will walk away. Okay, they'll take a little bit of time to think about it, which is not bad. It's not a bad thing. I hope they come back to us accepting that offer. But in the meantime, one signing that I'm just going to complete really quickly here is Wang Jae-won. £3 million, 9% sell-on clause thereafter. I don't want to give you any sell-on clause. I'll remove that sell-on clause and stick to the 3 million 3.1 million, you might as well do the deal for £3 million, son. Come on. You might as well do that deal for £3 million. That's exactly what I'm gonna offer them again. They will accept it, definitely. It's a reasonable offer. The contract shouldn't be a problem. Little bit of an issue here, the fact that he's not wanting to accept a squad rotation player, which means we're gonna have to give him that important role. I don't think he's gonna play too many games for us, but it doesn't matter anyway. Important role doesn't mean he has to be an important player for us. 19k in wages. That is a little bit too much, son. Come on. How about 15k in wages then? We have increased the signing on and bonus to £300,000 here. It's not what they want. Come on. 19k is a little bit too much considering we have the likes of Koulibaly on 20k right now. Giving him 19k didn't make sense, but that's a fantastic deal. Another one done. Our fourth signing of the season. This is more of a squad rotation, giving us that depth that we need in the team, especially the fact that we've got Europa League, we have got FA Cup. He's a 74 rated right back. We've got so many competitions to play this season, and we need that cover. We're going to give it a few days' time and see what Sunderland comes back with for that deal to complete the deal for Trelhume. Well, this is not going to work, is it? £18.8 million. Ain't no way I'm paying £18 million for him, considering I could go for Zanotti, for who is better or who will be better than him in the future, and pay somewhere around that. £80 million just too much. I've got to be honest with you, Sunderland. But anyway, we have rejected that offer. You know what? In the meantime, we might just get away with playing Hwang Jae-won in that right back position. Is much better than the likes of Callum Britton and Jayran King-Costello already. He's got pace. He's physically good. He's good on the ball as well. We might just get away with playing him in that position for now, whilst we think about what we do in that right back position. I'm going to offer them £5 million again. I think they will accept somewhere around £5 million for this deal. £5.8 million. I'm going to do it again. It'll be £2 million less than his market value, which it's a bargain for us. £5.7 million. Let's go 5.5 and sweeten the deal up of £5.5 million. Let's get it done, son. Yes, they will say yes to that. Contract should not be a problem either, considering I don't think he'll be on too much wages playing for the PSV at the moment. We're signing him for important role. I'm happy with that. He's gonna provide competition to Koulibaly and Carter, not demanding to start immediately. But you know, if we need him to step in a Premier League game, Europa League game, I'm sure being 75 rated, he's not going to let us down. But once again, I do not do release clause. His wages there, he's asking for 21k in wages, 19k this time. Surely he would accept £19,000. Surely it's not quite what they want, but they will get the deal done, which is good to see. We have now brought in a centre back, a centre attacking midfielder, a centre midfielder, a striker, as well as a player who will give us cover in multiple positions, and that is J1, who we have signed. I'm not quite sure which team we signed him for, but £3 million for that deal might potentially be the bargain of the season. But we've got a huge game coming up here, which will be that game is against Leicester City. I'm going to sort out the squad here, and I will see you in the Leicester City game. We are back again, lads. It's the start of the new season. It's our first Premier League game here against Leicester City at the King Power Stadium. It'd be a tough game, you know. One thing we're hoping to achieve this season is build on that top four finish from last season. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean we do better than top four in the league, but what that means is we finish in the top half of the Premier League again, and we have a cup run if we can. Interesting to see if Morgan Whittaker starts for them here. Faiz at the back and Didi and Wifer in midfield. El Canoe starts in that number 10 position, it looks like. But there is no Morgan Whittaker. For ourselves, all our new signings starts here with the exception of Flamingo, who starts on the bench for this one. I said before, that partnership of Koulibaly and Hayden Carter, that is not one that I'm about to break up anytime soon this season. You know, both players got in the team of the season last season, which is remarkable. You know, one of those, a championship centre-back, and the other one, a player that wasn't even looked at for Borussia Dortmund. And both players somehow have formed a formidable partnership at the back for us. But not a bad start here, keeping possession over the top to Dimonda. Is he going to get there? He's quick, but he's not that quick. Nice turn. Arthur, we're going to have to play this one off from the back. Patience here. Dolan to Dimonda. Oh, the pass just not quite there. There's some of both teams. Some of both teams in the first 26 minutes here. I felt like it's been a poor sort of game in terms of moving the ball around. Both teams have been quite poor. He's offside. Come on, we've got to wake up here. Barley line breaking pass there into Morgan Gibbs-White. Is going to drive. This is what he does best. He's a ball carrier. One thing we missed a little bit last season. Now into Diamonde. Can we find the pullback to Tyrese Dolan? Oh, straight to the hands of the goalkeeper. Should be doing a lot better there, I've got to say. And that was a good position to be able to whack the goalkeeper a lot harder than that. Talking about Leicester City, by the way, Steve Cooper, the Leicester manager, have been sacked. And that came as a massive surprise. He's won it back, Pickering. It came as a massive surprise, I've got to say. Come on, we need runners in front of us. We're having to be patient right now. Everything that's worked so far in this game. I can't even remember his name. Morgan Gibbs-White have been part of it. Everything that has worked for us this season. He's kept the team ticking. He's moved it around. He's drove us forward when he's had to. And he's got an assist here. What a turn from Tyrese Dolan. Our top goal scorer in the Premier League last season, with 13 goals in the league and 14 in all competition, I believe. He scores our first of the season here with an absolute banger with his left foot as well. What a start. Come on, don't let him beat you. Walter Berger. Oh, excellent. Walter Berger is going to have to do it again. He's done it again. Big tackle there from the Leicester man. Oh, Cannon. He's absolutely smashed the post there, I believe. What a chance from Leicester. It's almost sort of ping-pong football. Walter Berger won it a couple of times, but every time he fell kindly back to the Leicester City players. Oh, Wang, absolutely beautiful, son. He skid past his man as if he wasn't there. The pullback down to Bunny. We haven't mentioned too much of Bunny in this game. He's had a fairly quiet game. Dolan's going to turn out wide. Morgan Gibbs-White trying to put the first time cross into the box. But it's blocked. We're still in possession though. Far post cross. Oh, Bunny! What a chance, son. It's a much better second half here, I've got to say. First half, we went a little bit boring. But the chances are beginning to come now in the second half. He's not going to play any part in this game for Leicester, Morgan Whittaker, as Leicester City give the ball away there in dangerous position. Gibbs-White, turn, Bunny. Oh, it's a save. I was never going to beat the goalkeeper on his near post that way. We're going to see some substitutions here for ourselves. Cannon's been taken off for Bertrand. I'm surprised he never started. You know, he always sort of... He's one of those players it's difficult to mark him because he doesn't want to run behind. He drops into that midfield, which makes it difficult for our centre-backs to try and pick up on those runners. But we have made a few substitutions of our own here. Harry Leonard and Nene coming on as well. Flamingo also replacing Carter at the back, making his debut here. Final 6 minutes or so to help us hang on to a clean sheet. Can we get the second here? Nene, oh, the second half substitute. What a chance. What a chance that was. I think we're going to hang on here. Nene in possession, switch of play. Not the best of passes, but it will do the job for now. Referees ended the game. And we come out with a 1-0 victory away from home at the King Power Stadium in our first Premier League game. We have started a new season exactly how we finished the last one. Well, saying that, we did lose our last 2 games in the Premier League last season. But we've started off in winning ways here. Tyrese Dolan, our top goal scorer last season, he's opened his Premier League campaign in our first game of the season here. 2.5 hours journey from the King Power Stadium back to Ewood Park here for our first home game of the season. across the A50 and M6 motorway. It should be a good game. Recently promoted Leeds United side coming to face a team that finished top four in the Premier League last season. Is it going to be Leeds Championship team, or have they made any significant signing to strengthen their team? For ourselves, Flamingo starts making its debut here, replacing Hayden Carter as part of that back four and combination that we have got right now. Big starts for them in goal. They've got Giabi, Gail Hart, they've got Musa up front, who can be a good striker on his day, but only time will tell here. Is he going to cause us too many troubles? Talking about too many troubles, I thought he was fairly comfortable in our previous game against Leicester City. I did expect a little bit more from Leicester. I thought they would ask us a few more questions in that game, considering it's a new formation. Only the second time that we used that formation against Leicester. This is now the third time, of course. We're still trying to find that balance between, the wide attacking midfielders supporting the fullbacks right now. It is very important that the fullbacks get the supports that they need from those wide attacking midfielders, as Todd Cantwell gives away possession there. Nice and tidy, Flamingo. That should get him settled now for the remainder of the game. Cantwell is going to turn. Wang Jae-won. Bunny, is he going to make the run behind the defense? He makes the run. He gets there first. It's Yohan Bunny. Gets it. He scores his first goal for Leicester City. Our second record signing. For £22 million, I believe we signed him for. He didn't score on his debut against Leicester. A fairly quiet game he had, I thought. But he started this one with a banger. And it's our new right back, Wang Jae-won, getting the assist in this game. What a start! And we have taken the lead here at Ewood Park against newly promoted Leeds United. Excellent, Jumonde. He read that one so well. Are we going to catch them on the break yet again here? But he's made the run. So Cantwell is going to find him. He's asking a lot of questions right now. With those runs in behind the defense. We know he's quick. As well as being quick, he's also a big lad, isn't he? Although I'm not 100% quite comfortable with his hold-up play at the moment. I felt he struggled against Liverpool holding up the ball. But then again, Liverpool defense are just so good. Maybe it's not. What chance! So Cantwell with an absolute peach of a cross to the far post. You should bury that one, son. You should have scored a hat-trick already in this game. Tell you what, the longer this game carries on 1-0 for us, Leeds United are slowly beginning to grow into the game now, which you don't want to see. Gail Hart taken off there for Aronson, who did score once or twice against us in our championship season. He replaces Gail Hart in that number 10 position, I believe. It's Gayabi to Musa. He's got space here to run into, trying to keep the centre-backs as compact as possible. Trying not to get them out of position. Ramazani, he smashed the post yet again. Leicester had a chance. They could only find the post. Leeds United have had their first chance of the game. It's taken them, 65 minutes to get that first opportunity. But yet again, the post coming to our rescue. It's not going to get there, Bunny. We're trying to force it a little bit too much. Still not 100% comfortable with this formation right now. Diamonde's just been superb in this game. He's been that good, Diamonde. Always at the right place at the right time. Just sneaking the ball off people as if he makes it look effortless as well. The other player that we have on the team that's really good at that is John Buckley. Unfortunately, though, he's not getting too many game times recently. And he's come off the bench here for the remaining sort of 17 minutes of this game. Can he make the difference here? Nice turn, Buckley. Oh my God, that is not what we brought you on for. What a save! You've just been bailed out of trouble there by the goalkeeper. Can't believe that, man. John Buckley coming off the bench only to give the ball away immediately. That would have not looked good. over the top here. Cantwell. Oh, he nicks the ball off the defender. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Surely game over. Oh, as Erdig makes a good save to keep Leeds United in this one. I don't think they're going to have the chance to go forward, though, as we get back-to-back victories here. 2 clean sheets, back-to-back clean sheets. That's what you want to see, son, from a team that kept so many clean sheets last season. It's good to see we have kept that going. I did mention I did not want to break up that partnership. To be fair, Flamingo starts this one, and it helps with the clean sheets as well. Got £21 million left in our transfer budget, which it's not enough, honestly, considering we were looking for a right back, a left back, and potentially a centre defensive midfielder as well. So that's not enough to be able to strengthen all of those positions, which is one of the reasons I decided against signing Trey Hume for £18 million. That is just going to take off a lot of our budget there. I was looking if there was any youth academy players that I could promote to give us a little bit of cover in those fullback position, but none of them is a standout. Ethan Carney, he's also gone out on loan to Rangers, the youth academy player that I do have high hopes for. He has gone out on loan to Rangers for the remainder of the season. The 2 right backs that we have scouted, it'll cost us at least £18 million to be able to bring them in, which again, that would use up all our transfer budgets. It doesn't make sense. And you know what? We've actually signed a good player here who I've been impressed by in our last 2 games, and Wang Jae-won, who has been playing in that right back position for the last 2 games. And he's looked comfortable, you know, and I wouldn't mind allowing him to do that job until the end of the season. And next season, we could look at the right back position again. But going over to the other flank, you've got Hugo Bueno, who is 76 rated, £8.5 million. He looks quite good. He looks quite good, doesn't he? 5'11" as well. Premier League experience. We have got Owen Beck, who is not playing games for Liverpool, but he was on loan at Blackburn Rovers in our first season. Liverpool had to recall him because he wasn't playing enough game time, or he wasn't playing enough games, rather. We've got Harrison Burrows, relegated last season with Sheffield United. And we've also got Christopher Lund Hansen here, who, in my opinion, he looks better than the rest of the left backs. 24 years of age, he's 6 foot as well. He is quite technical, isn't he? In terms of the technical attributes, I think he's the best one that we have scouted. Physically, he looks really good as well. Mentally, as I've said before, his mental sorts of attributes, aggression, composure, those still need to get a little bit better. At the moment, I'm leaning towards Hugo Bueno, and we have got Lund Hansen as well. I'm not quite sure which of those that I want to go for. We might just leave that signing until the next episode. We've only got 1 more game to focus on in this episode. But let me know which of those left backs that we should be going for. I've got an idea, a player that I want to try and bring in as a backup for the CDM position. But we've got 1 more game here against Bournemouth, and that would leave us with the couple of days until the January transfer, or the summer transfer window, deadline day rather. We've won our first 2 games of the season, keeping clean sheets in both games. Everything about Bournemouth on this year's game is just class, you know. The cut scenes of the dressing room, the cherry, it's just amazing. The home pitch as well, it looks so realistic. It's compact. It's that small stadium, isn't it? You get that atmosphere from the home fans as well. At some point, I could maybe do a career mode with Bournemouth on this year's game. It'll be nice though. They've got a good team, good young squad that is only gonna get better as well. But it'd be a shame taking over from Areola, who I think has been a good manager for them. Zabani, the centre back that starts there, I really do like him. And by the way, we have reverted back to we have gone back to the 4-1-2-1-2 formation, if you want to call it, the 4-3-1-2 formation. You could interpret that formation in so many ways. You could call it 4-1-2-1-2. You could call it 4-3-1-2. You could also call it 4-1-3-2. You could interpret the formation in many different ways. Tara there turning his man. Pickering not doing enough to stick to him. Oh, what a save. Bournemouth have started the game really well here. We've got to be a little bit composed, especially in defending one-on-one situations like that. Oh, wow. How is that not a penalty? The referee's giving offside. Look at this. That is absolutely reckless from our new right back, Wong Jae-won. I mean, it's you could say that the striker went down to get the flying header in there, but at the same time, that is reckless. It's a reckless challenge, and in my opinion, it should have been a penalty. Hayden Carter got away with one there, and the centre back who starts this game. Oh, I can see the opening. It's Tyrese Dolan. Oh, big tackle there. That's barely take the lead at Liverpool at Anfield. Lyle getting the opener for them. Can they hang on though? Anfield can be a tricky place for any team to go to. Not to talk about a team who has just been recently promoted. Oh, Pickering, you absolute beauty. Nice touch, Jumonde. There you go. I'm trying to be a little bit more composed here. I thought the first 15 minutes was end-to-end, which is good if you're watching. Oh, that's beautiful. Tyrese Dolan going for the second goal there of the season. What a chance. You would not expect a player of his quality to miss from that sort of position. His touch can be awful sometimes. I said the Liverpool game, I felt his touches were a little bit off the par. But then again, I thought it was a little bit harsh judging him against some of the best centre-backs in the game, the likes of Konate and whoever the other Liverpool centre-back was. Excellent defending there, by the way, Hayden Carter. He made a mistake, or almost made a mistake earlier on in the first half, almost giving possession away. But Dolan, what a ball from Jumonde on his left foot. Tyrese Dolan. That is a much more difficult opportunity than the one he missed earlier on in this game. But he's buried this one. He's got a second goal of the season. Put some respect on my name. He's good, you know. He's a really good player, and a player that I want to keep here at Ewood Park, keep here at Blackburn Rovers for a long, long time. As long as he doesn't outgrow us, as long as we keep fighting as long as we keep having cup runs and finishing in the top half of the season, I wouldn't mind seeing him here for a long, long time. He gets a second of the season. Good start to this game. Nice ball. Can he turn, Bunny? The touch a little bit heavy yet again, but it works to his favour this time. Are we going to get the runners? Robin here. Who wants it? Who wants it? Daniel. Oh, back to Bunny. We're going to try and work this one back to Neil, and we can get him to hit it. He can hit it from just outside the box. Daniel. Here we go. Daniel. Yes! I knew he was just going to hold his possession outside the box there. And this is the thing though, when you know the formation, when you know the team, we did this a few times last season, you just know the player from that right hand side of the midfield four or in that diamond is just gonna remain on just outside the box like this. And if you can just move it round and make its way back to him, he was always gonna hit it from there. Oh, what a beauty, what a player. Monday, for the first time, he's been bullied into signing him. You don't see too many of that happening. Big tackle from Walter Berger. I think it's only going to be a yellow card. It is only a yellow card. But again, that is another reckless tackle that we've seen from ourselves. You know what? Burnley, why do I keep saying Burnley? Bournemouth should have had a penalty. I still believe that should have been a penalty for them earlier on in the game here. Substitutions of our own. Berger, Gibbs White, Dolan, all taken off here. Buckley coming on. Remember the last game against Leeds United? He came on and the first thing he did was gave the ball away that we almost conceded from. Sinisterra has picked up an injury there from that tackle, it looks like. Hopefully it's not too serious, as I thought that was a reckless challenge from Walter Berger. But what a save as well from that free kick. Ross, can we deal with it? Near post? Yes, we can. Bournemouth still in possession. Lewis Cook. Oh, it's straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. He should have gathered that one, to be honest. But it doesn't matter, as Carter sets us off here to Buckley. Over the top. Yes, he's going to find Leonard. The second half substitution. Is he going to run his man? Yes, he's done him. Pull back, buddy. Oh, what a chance. That should have been 3-0 and game over. This is the thing with this formation, though. We create a lot more chances like this. One final one before the end of the game. I think it's safe to say it will be all 3 points for the away side here. The question is, are we going to add one more goal to it? Buckley combining there. Out wide to Daniel, waiting for the run of Wang Jae-won, the right back. Well, we didn't get it. At the end, I tried to go back inside to recycle possession. But of course, Bournemouth win the ball back, but the referee ends the game. It's 3 victories for us in a row in the Premier League. It's 3 clean sheets in a row as well. What a start to the new season. I mean, we could be a handful for a few teams this season, you know, but it's still early days. There's no need to be carried away just yet. It's been a fairly comfortable start to the Premier League season, hasn't it? The teams that we have faced as well, it's not the most difficult start to a Premier League season. Leicester City, normally we would struggle against them, but Leeds United recently promoted. Bournemouth as well, 2-0 victory there. We have collected maximum points so far, keeping clean sheets in all games, which is good. Don't forget our 2 centre-backs got into the team of the season last season, which is one of the reasons I didn't want to disrupt that centre-back partnership. And we have gone for a player who will be a rotation player for us. But going into the next episode, we will complete deadline day for the summer transfer window. We've got games against Brentford. We've got Coventry in the Carabao Cup, Manchester City. We've got Rennes and potentially the game against Wolverhampton Wanderers there. Although we know the teams that we will be facing in the Europa League, we don't quite have the table just yet to show you some of the other teams. But it's going to be Rennes. We've got FC Twente. We have got Bologna. We have got Karabakh, and we have got Dynamo Kiev as well in the Europa League. It's not a Marseille. Oh my God, that's probably our toughest game in the Europa League group stage. It's not the toughest of games, is it? Let's be honest. It's not the toughest of games in the Europa League. But this is our first time in this competition. We have to be really, really careful going into it. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one. Just before I end the episode, I'm just going to take a quick look at the early stages of the league table here. Level on points with Liverpool. Both teams have collected maximum points this season after 3 games. City in 3rd, West Ham in 4th, Tottenham in 5th. And early stages bottom, you have got Leeds United, Bournemouth already. We have faced those 2 teams in the bottom right now. But Leeds United have got a game in hand. Newcastle have started the season off not too well. 1 point from 3 games. So is Arsenal, 2 points from 3 games. Chelsea and Manchester United. Some of the big teams struggling their early stages. But I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching and bye for now.